Welcome to the second episode of Season 2 Box Score Sports. I'm Minnie.
I'm Ski.
I'm JMO.
Tate's behind the camera. It's going to be a good one. We got a lot to talk about. Short amount of time. Let's get right into it.
Yep.
First up, football.
Yeah, starting with the football team. We had a nice win last week in Uppsala in a rain game.
Yeah, it was tight all the way to the end. It was a sloppy mess.
It was a tough game, but our defense pulled through when we needed to.
I think the final score was, 14-12, 16-12, something like that?
14-12. It was a close game down to the wire, but we pulled it through.
Yeah, it got a little scary at the end. They got the onside, and it went all the way down to the 10?
Like 15-yard line about.
What?
They had a last second on fourth down. They tried to throw it in the end zone, but we stopped them, so it was good.
Yeah, those are fun games.
Big seeding game. Then you guys got to go sliding in the...
Yeah, big section game, yeah.
Sliding in the end zone.
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, volleyball. I think they're 13-5 now. I think the last time we filmed, they're 1-1. Lost to Eden Valley.
Yeah.
Yep.
And they bounced back last night to beat Parker's Prairie
Yep.
in 4.
Yep.
Now, Thursday they got Maple Lake. It's in Maple Lake, so I can't tell you much about Maple Lake.
No, I don't really know much about them.
Should be a good game.
Hopefully it's a good game at least. And now coming up, we got the Alex Schuman joining the podcast, so it's got a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be a good one. We'll get right into it.
Yes, sir.
Alrighty, welcome to the podcast, Alex Schuman. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you.
It's going to be a good one.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. We're going to be doing an interview with Daddy Shu. He's the old coordinator for our football team, and he calls our plays, so
Yes, sir.
it's going to be fun.
All right.
I mean, we'll hop right into it, I guess. That state run that you guys made, or making it to state last year, what does that mean to you?
It meant a lot. That senior class especially, they had a really long 3 years building up to that. So seeing them guys finally have that kind of success and then having it all school year long too, all winter and then into baseball too, like that was fun. I'm glad we got to start that in the fall right away.
Oh, yeah, for sure. How did you replace the graduated senior spots?
You just hope kids step up. I mean, that's part of high school sports. People graduate every year. So you hope contributors from last year step up, take a more leadership role. You hope guys step up into role player positions, and it just keeps trickling its way up every year and year.
Yeah.
How'd you and the coaching staff get all the young players acclimated and ready after the hard week 1 game we had?
It was definitely a wake-up call. The KMS game was a tough game. I don't think anybody was really ready for something like that. But, yeah, we definitely had different kids step up. We shifted different players around, different positions, which we did a lot last year too. I don't think, especially on the defensive side, I don't think we hardly ever ran the same starting 11 last year, game in and game out. So that's something we'll do again this year. Play different matchups, play different schemes. There's going to be, games coming up here where teams are going to run the ball a lot. So we got to have 11 guys that can tackle, and then when we play teams like KMS, we got to have guys that can cover big tight ends like those two, Kallstrom and Rundigan. So different things like that. Offensively, same thing. We run a smaller group on offense, but if you can get a few guys to step in and make enough plays, it gives, it makes Luke's job easier, gets Jameson more wide open, gets Luke a few throws of talent every once in a while.
Yeah.
But
Sir.
All right, so coming off after that KMS game, you guys won 3 in a row. What are some things that you guys still need to work on?
we still need to run the ball. We were pretty stagnant last week against Uppsala. I mean, it was bad weather, but we still got to be able to move the ball around. We got to that's the biggest thing on me as far as offense goes. We got to be able to run the ball better, and just keep the ball in our hands. We had a lot of 3-and-outs against Uppsala. Tough when you're backed up in the end zone like we were to get too crazy with the football, but we still got to be able to run the ball 3 times and get at least 1 first down, get out of the back of the end zone like that, so we can maybe drop in to pass the ball or do something a little different than just dive the ball and hope for 3 yards.
Yeah.
What does being a coach mean to you?
Means a lot. When I was in school, I wanted to coach. I actually went to school thinking that I'd be like a gym teacher or some kind of teacher. That was what I went to school originally for was a gym teacher, and that lasted a semester. Decided that's not for me, but actually got started coaching while I was your guys' seventh grade year.
I think we were 7th graders, yeah.
Gosson asked me at Bonanza Valley Days during the softball tournament, said, "We don't have anybody to coach 7th grade. Are you doing something this fall?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure, that'd be awesome." So the fact that I wanted to do it, thought I wasn't going to be able to do it, and then still ended up getting a chance to do it, that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
So
How big was that win last week versus Upsala for you and just the team?
for the team, it was huge. For me, I mean, it was a very important football game. Like I said, I wish we would have had more than 5 good offensive plays, but it was the fact that we can have a bad game defensively like that, and the team can rally around each other, have a solid defensive game like that takes a lot of pressure off of me, and knowing that, you know, eventually there's going to be a game where we need to score 50 some points because we're going to run, you know, like in Fargo put up 1,000 points. We needed 1,001 points. So there's going to be games like that, and it's nice knowing we can win games like Friday night too. So it's huge. It's going to be an important game down the road for sure.
Yeah.
All right. What does the team have to do to get back to state this year?
Mental toughness is the biggest thing that I preach a lot. You got to, you know, just going in the next 3 weeks in a row, we got Long Prairie. That's, you know, away game off a big game that we just had. If you don't stay focused, that's a game of teams drop. You know, if you guys watch college football, there's a lot of top 25 teams, top 10 teams that go and, you know, Texas A&M goes and lose to Appalachian State.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know, you get games like that. So if you're not mentally prepared, you're going to lose games like that. It's going to cost you seeding down the road. You know, what was in our benefit last year was those home playoff games. You know, if we have to go to Browerville to play that game, it could be a totally different story. Browerville's a tough team. Upsala's a tough team. You know, all these guys are good. When they're at their place, they're even better. So all that stuff matters.
True.
What does a team need? What team do you look forward to playing most come playoff time?
Well, before playoff, it's bold. Like, I want to play bold bad.
Yeah.
That's, you know, last year I think when we played bold, the weather was tough. Kids weren't that excited. I think the writing was on the wall that we were going to be the 2 seed. So, you know, what's this game matter? It's going to be rainy, you know, stuff like that. Well, lo and behold, a month later, we're playing teams like Bold. We're playing Rushford, who went on to play Minneota and gave them a run for their money, who beat Bold to go to state. So those are the teams I want to be like. Those are the teams I want to play.
Those big teams.
What's the most surprising thing to you about the team this year?
Surprising. I don't know. You guys aren't that surprising. I know what you're gonna do. That Upsala game was something special. In the history of BBE, we've never been a great defensive team. We've had good defenses. Last year was a good defense. 17 had a good defense, but to go in there, be on the field for 80 plays, and only give up 12 points, like that was crazy.
Yeah.
So I think you guys, for defensively, they were in the red zone 3 times in that fourth quarter and they scored once.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And we started on the 5-yard line like 3 or 4 times and couldn't move the ball. But
Yeah.
no, that was an impressive game. What you guys did to Benson was extremely impressive. You know, you guys have been playing that Deneen since you were in 7th grade, and I remember him, I think it was in the 8th grade year, they'd give the ball to 3 kids in a row, and then Tommy would just run it to the end zone.
Yeah.
Every drive. And you guys bottled them up pretty good. So it was good. That's fun to watch.
For sure. I mean, take it back a little bit when you were coaching. How does it feel now that you're coaching the team at the school that you graduated from?
No, that's special too. You know, I know a lot of people in the area, know all the fans. You get different people that come up and either congratulate you on how you do, or they give you their opinion on what you should be doing, which is fun too. I don't mind any of that. But it's cool. You get, especially like the older people, like Tim Carlson comes to mind. They've been fans of this school and stuff for 20 some years. They watched me when I was in high school. Now they're, you get to talk to them after a football game or something like that. Like, that stuff's special.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Did you have any mentors growing up?
No, I'm sure. Now that I'm gonna blank on all their names. Yeah, I had a lot of good coaching coming up. I had obviously Dave Montbryan and Chris Masha was my coach too. Rick Austin was a very hard-nosed coach. Held you very accountable for what you did, which I really appreciated. Brad Goodwin was a phenomenal coach. Took a lot of time with guys that maybe didn't get a lot of minutes. Yeah, a lot of good coaching back then. Gary Rogers, Chad Heinches, a lot of good guys.
When you played football, what were your favorite parts and your favorite position to play?
Well, I played center and then I played DN. Center's fun because you get, you're on the field when you're scoring, and then DN's fun because DN's, you get to finally hit somebody.
Yeah.
Those are the two positions I played. In an alternate world, I think I probably would have wanted to play tight end, but I wasn't fast enough to play tight end. You need a lot of speed to play tight end. Ass talent.
I suppose.
All right. So when you said earlier you wanted to be a coach, what made you want to be a coach?
I just not wanting to be done with the game. They're just sports in general. You play sports when you start, older, when you start Little League baseball, like first grade, kindergarten, something like that, and you don't stop playing until you're a senior. So just not wanting to be done is about what it amounts to.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Do you ever in the future want to be a head coach? Or
Yeah, I mean, you don't get into coaching to, coach 7th grade football unless your kid's doing it or something like that. So that's definitely something I'd like to do down the road. I watch Masho. There's a lot of stuff that Chris does that I don't want to do, but that's part of it, and that's, part of building your own program, doing, having more accountability for it. That's definitely something I'd like to do down the road.
What was your favorite sport growing up? Was it football always, or?
Football, yeah. We used to play, me and my brothers would play in the yard. We'd get groups of guys from Bruton, and we'd go and play in that empty lot by the Catholic church. We used to do that for just weeks in the fall. Every night after school or before school started, you'd play all summer long. Mm-hmm. But just sports in general, like we would go, when we were young, riding bikes around, we'd go play baseball on the tennis court by the city park, because then you could hit home runs with baseball, tennis balls. So there was a stalled time. Sports, grew up with a lot of kids that wanted to play, so we just played. It was fun.
Easy to fall in love with the game that way.
Right.
Yeah. So, I mean, when you guys were at state last year, I know these two can kind of talk about it. What was that experience like?
Well, that was special because we, in high school, I went 0 for 3 out of 4 years in the section final game. So to actually get there again was crazy, and then to actually get to the next step and experience the next part was awesome. Like, did you guys, obviously Fargo was something special, but when we went down to, it's not
Crown
Bethel,
College.
Crown College, I was going to say Bethel, I knew that was wrong, but what did you guys think was the difference there? Like, obviously Fargo's, you're indoors, it's a super cool facility, but like our setup at Crown, that was fun.
Yeah.
We had that big lobby area, and we got there way too early.
Yeah.
We didn't realize how much time we got, but like that was a fun experience too.
Yeah.
At Crown College was still fun, even with the tough loss, but but that game, it was just so cold coming from the Fargo Dome playing inside, but.
Yeah, that's the one downside to Fargo is you missed out on one more cold game that everybody else gets to get acclimated to, so to speak. But, that Rushford game, that was close. We played another 2 quarters, and that's, we could be even after 8, 10, 12 quarters. It's like that. That was very close, very evenly competitive game.
Yeah.
Rushford was a really good team.
Yeah, they were. That 5's the stud. I hope he graduated.
Yeah, I mean, when we were at the Fargo Dome just watching it, I mean, that was just electric.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Fargo Dome's nuts. Like, I got fans just screaming their head off closer to me and Minnie here, and it's just unreal. It seems like they are in your back pocket, just going berserk. And you got to try to stay focused and call a game and see everything at the same time. And I don't know how college teams go in there and do that in a full stadium. You know, we were maybe a quarter capacity of that place, and it's just deafening. I couldn't imagine going to like a NDSU, SDSU game and Coach Stigemeyer down and for the Jackrabbits trying to call an offense. Like, that would be insane.
NDSU will win anyway, so.
Incorrect.
Yeah, I mean, that was a lot of fun just going down there, just watching it. I mean, it felt special just being there.
Right. Like, that's, goes back to the whole community rallies around you, being a part of that. The build up to it, everybody being excited, everybody coming home excited, like all that just gets wrapped up into one thing down there in Fargo, and it's fun.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun last year. I mean, I don't think we have any more questions for the interview. You want to stick around and talk NFL, or you want to?
No, that's fine. We can do that. See if you guys are any smarter than. See if you guys are any smarter than last week.
All right, head into the headlines. Did you see that Bills offensive coordinator when he was flipping out in the box?
Yeah, he was flipping out in the box after Josh Allen missed a pretty wide open touchdown pass.
Yes, I felt that. That is very realistic.
Were they trying to get the kicker out on the field or what?
I didn't see the actual game. I seen the highlights of him absolutely trashing that.
I saw the highlights. Yeah, he's just chucking his stuff around.
But
when like a different coach came to cover up the camera.
He's looking like Tom Brady with that tablet.
That guy's probably still there trashing that box. He was mad.
Yeah. But, yeah, I mean, Josh Allen had a wide open touchdown pass, and he just missed him. Threw it into the dirt.
Right. Do you guys hear how many guys were, have heat strokes after that game? It is absurd. Like, Buffalo, they were down to, their 7th or 8th offense linemen because guys were just tipping over. It was 95 degrees.
Just because it was in Miami?
In Miami, 95 degrees. They ran 1,000 plays. Buffalo ran 90 plays.
Yeah,
or
Buffalo
had
91, and then the Dolphins didn't have close to as many plays, but they still came out with the win.
Right. Yeah, so they were just tipping over.
Yeah.
What was that whole thing with Tua?
He looked concussed right away.
It looked like he was.
They claimed it was his back, but
it definitely looked like a concussion. Head smacked the turf.
Snapped, tips over 5 yards later.
He's shaking his head
and then he comes back and wins the game. But
yeah.
I saw the Players Association or something is
investigating it.
Yeah.
Because I think they came back and claimed it was his back, and that's why he tipped over.
Yeah, they said it was some nerve or something in his back.
No, that's a concussion.
That didn't look good at all.
He still balled out, came back and won. So.
Yeah, I mean, I think all of us picked the Bills to win that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
I think Talon might have picked the Dolphins.
I don't even remember what I picked.
You guys don't keep track of this stuff?
We will. We'll get it.
Yeah, for sure.
Now we have my boy Lamar Jackson balling out. He's the first quarterback ever in fantasy to put up back-to-back games with over 39 points. And I mean, I told you he's going to be the quarterback one last week.
You do fantasy?
Yes, I'm in 2 leagues. One with coaches around here, and then one in with my dad and brother and them guys.
You any good?
Yeah, I got Lamar, so it helps.
Sure.
Doesn't help when you're going against Lamar.
Yeah, I had to beat Casey this week pretty easily.
Yeah, it wasn't too difficult. I think this was the first week I put up 100 points.
Yeah.
And in that Ravens and Patriots game, though, Mac Jones looks like he has pretty bad ankle injury.
I think I heard it was high ankle.
Yeah.
Which I think that's worse than.
It's worse than a break, I heard.
Then it came right at the end of the game too.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
I just saw him. He jumped off the field on one foot, but then he looked like he's in serious pain when he was going down to the locker room.
Yeah, and then you go on Sunday Night Football, 49ers and Broncos, and that was just
boring.
That was very boring.
They had I think one of the teams had 10 punts. I think it was the Broncos, and then the 49ers had 7 punts.
I quit watching because it was the third quarter and it was 7-5. That's just boring.
I think I watched it basically till they was kneeing it down. Yeah, did you guys see Jimmy walk out the back of the
I
end
seen
zone?
that.
Yeah, Jimmy
Which
Garoppolo
ended up
was
being the
running
better
out.
play because he threw a pick six on that,
Yeah.
too.
He threw a pick six to a D end.
That's heads up football. Walk out the back of the end zone and save a pick six.
Yeah, that looked like a dumb play by him, but then he threw a pick six after, so looked like a heads up play, stepping on the back of the end.
Yeah, he knew what he was doing.
Yeah, but that game, the Broncos finally went on a drive and did something to get the go-ahead touchdown. But besides that, no one was really doing anything all game.
No.
It's because that Hatchet finally hired a guy to manage the clock.
Yeah.
It's because Hackett, he left the
Yeah,
Packers.
Hackett, not Hatchet.
Nathaniel Hackett, if he would have stayed with the Packers, he'd probably be getting a Super Bowl this year, but he left. So
I think it's kind of bad because I think Broncos are right now leading the division.
yeah, the Broncos are 2-1, but they've scored like 3 touchdowns all year.
That's terrible, I think.
Their
Anyway.
offense doesn't look very good. It's just check down after check down
Yeah.
after
Mhm.
check down.
I thought Russell Wilson was going to make that team a lot better.
Me too.
Wilson doesn't look good at all.
I don't know why they're bad. Like, they have a good running back. They have 2 good wide receivers,
Yeah.
I guess
Sutton and Jerry
yeah.
Judy. I don't know what they're doing wrong.
I don't know about
They-
their O-line. I guess I have no idea about that.
Yeah, that
They have a
make or
good
break
O
team
line.
for sure, but
They do have a good O line. I'm pretty sure they're just adjusting to Russell. They're not throwing it deep yet.
Yeah.
I
I'm
mean-
pretty sure their defense is good, too.
Yeah, they have a pretty good defense.
I thought so, at least. I don't know. And the Myles Garrett crash, that's tough to hear. I don't know if they
I don't think he
came
got
out
hurt
with.
bad, but
I think all they came out was non-life-threatening injuries.
He'll probably be playing this week.
I doubt it.
Was it that bad?
well, it
I don't
depends.
I guess it does depend.
He
but
just rolled his car, bro.
Just for his car.
I read. I just read it, and all I saw was like him and a passenger both wearing seatbelts, and then no like drug or alcohol involved.
He's probably going to a basketball scrimmage.
You got the battle of the goats with Rodgers. Rodgers comes out on top over Tom Brady.
Rodgers is the real GOAT, so I mean, we all saw that coming.
No,
That was an easy win.
it wasn't easy. It was 14.
Tom
to 12.
Brady on that touchdown pass at the end of the game, they were a delay a game. The clock hit 0. Then they didn't call it, but then on the 2-point clock hit 0 again, and then they called it.
Yeah, I don't know. They'll probably get what they want. Both of those quarterbacks will get more what they want with them being that good.
Yeah.
I don't know how they actually do that. Then you got the Vikings barely beating out the Lions.
Yeah, they probably would have lost if Amon-Ra wouldn't have been hobbled and DeAndre Swift. Hobbled all game, both bad ankles.
that game, right, like the Vikings-Green Bay game, shows what, like, the preseason just doesn't matter, obviously, because Green Bay just treated the Vikings game like a preseason game. They just came in rusty, didn't care, got blown out, and now they look like they would drag Vikings by 1,000 points.
Yeah, I mean, we would pretty easily. All right, now we're going to do our NFL game picks for this week. We got first Thursday night game. That's going to be a good game. I feel like it'll be high scoring. We got Dolphins and the Bengals.
I got Dolphins.
I'm going to take the Bengals, even though they got their first win last week. I got the Bengals winning that. Who you got, Shu?
Who's home, Bengals?
It's at the Bengals, I'm pretty sure.
Did you guys see Tyreek Hill talk a bunch of smack to Eli Apple in his post game?
Yeah.
They were talking smack after the
Tyreek didn't really do much last week, though.
No, but that started like when Kansas City played Bengals in the playoffs. They were talking.
Yeah.
Eli Apple offered to buy him tickets to the Super Bowl. I got the Bengals on that.
Yeah, I got the Bengals. I got Jamar going off that game.
If Tua plays, I'm going to go Dolphins.
He'll play.
He'll play, yeah.
He
I don't
played through it during last week, so he'll play this week.
Well, yeah, but I don't know about the
Unless he
investigation.
gets suspended or something.
I don't
He
know
won't
how
get
that-
suspended.
I don't know
If
how
anyone
that
gets in
works.
trouble, it'll be the trainer or whoever let him
Yeah.
play.
Yeah, true.
Then you got the Vikings and Saints,
8:30 in the morning.
8:30. It's in
London.
it's in London.
England or something like that.
Yeah. I mean, I got I guess I got the
Say it.
Saints.
You want to say it?
I'm going Saints. Easy win. They're used to London.
I'm going Vikings.
I heard Jameis Winston's actually from London, so he'll be in his home turf. Just kidding. I just made that up, but
I think Vikings. Jameis doesn't look that good right now.
None
he's
of them
throwing
do.
to Olave. He's going to catch the Vikings. Their corners can't guard Olave.
I mean, Olave is a big downfield target. Doesn't look like
Yeah.
Jameis wants to throw to Michael Thomas that much.
Jameis don't throw it short. He's not like Kirk Cousins.
Don't check down.
You don't check down at all.
Bombs only.
Which, I mean, I like that.
30 touchdowns, 30 interceptions.
Yeah.
That's Jameis Winston.
Who you got in that game, Vikings or Saints?
Ooh, I don't know. Is Kirk Cousins at 8 a.m. going to be Kirk Cousins at 8 p.m. where he sucks?
Probably. Kirk Cousins
Probably.
normally sucks. That's why I got the Saints.
I'm going to take the Vikings. Saints aren't any good.
Saints have a good defense. I'll give them that.
Saints have
but
good defense.
Their offense just doesn't seem that.
James Winston from London. Easy game for him. Then we got the Seahawks and the Lions. This is the first 12 o'clock game. I got the Lions.
I got Lions too.
Yeah.
Lions.
I don't think
Dan
the
Campbell.
Seahawks are going to be anything.
Yeah.
I like the Lions. I think
Lions should have beat the Vikings last week.
Lions are fun.
They are fun. That's a fun offense.
Yeah.
That is.
But
I don't know if
DeAndre
he's-
Swift's out for till after their bye week apparently. And their bye's week 6 though, so he'll just miss this week and next week. Pretty
Well, I
sure.
mean, they got Jamal Williams, and looked like he
Yeah, he
stepped in
looks
pretty well this
really
past
good,
week. So.
Yeah, Jamal Williams pretty good, and he was on the Packers. I got Jets, Steelers. I got the Jets.
I got Jets.
Jets have a pretty good offense. The Steelers can't do much on offense right now, at least.
Yeah, I'm going Jets.
No T.J. Watt. I
mean,
got the Jets.
Steelers have a good defense. Their offense is terrible.
You guys all went Jets?
Yeah.
I'm going to go Steelers just because.
Wow.
Then we got the Bears, Giants. I got the Giants.
Yeah, I got Giants.
Bears have a horrible quarterback, horrible receivers.
I'll go Bears just because.
I like Giants.
Saquon's beating them by himself.
Mm.
All right, then we got Titans, Colts. I'm going Colts. They finally got it together last week. They beat the Chiefs.
I'm going Titans.
I mean, the Titans did win last week too, but Derrick Henry finally got going.
Yeah.
If they can get Derrick Henry going, it's tough to beat.
Yeah, but the
I'm-
Colts also are missing their best defensive player.
Yeah, but I
in
think
that
I'm
game.
going to go Colts. Battle of the running backs, I'll call it.
Yeah,
I'd take the Colts in that.
yeah, I got Colts. Then we got Chargers, Texans. I feel like Chargers easily winning that game.
I'm going
Texans,
Texans.
are you?
Did you guys see that the trainer that punctured Tyrod Taylor's lung
yeah.
a couple years ago is still working for
Yeah.
him
Yeah.
while
He's
Tyrod's
a-
suing him?
He's the one who got Justin Herbert his starting job.
Right.
Now he's working on Herbert's lungs, on Herbert's ribs.
Chargers still win by 1,000.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Chargers for sure.
Talon picked the Texans. That's Chargers easily.
Upset.
Browns, Falcons. I got the Falcons. Kyle Pitts is going off.
I'll go Browns here.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Browns.
Falcons. Falcons are good. Sneaky
Yeah.
good.
Falcons have good young receiver and tight end. So
Cordell
we got-
Patterson still
yeah.
just making a mess out there.
Cordell at running back.
Somehow.
Right.
I don't know how he's like 50 years old, seems like.
He's like 32. That's old for a running back in the
That is
NFL,
old.
though. Then we got Commanders, Cowboys. I think the Cowboys win that.
Yeah, Cowboys.
They'll probably turn Carson Wentz over a few times.
Cowboys for sure.
Yeah, I got the Cowboys winning that
Yeah,
pretty easily.
I'll go Cowboys, yeah.
Cooper Rush undefeated as a starter. Then we got Eagles, Jaguars. I got Jaguars.
Jaguars.
I'm going
Eagles are good.
So
Eagles
are,
are
so
really
are the
good.
Jaguars, though, too.
Jaguars are, yeah.
Jaguars, they kind of dominated the Chargers last week. I got
I
I
just
got
don't-
Jaguars checking the Eagles
Eagles
this
are
week.
good. Eagles are good.
I don't
They're
know how
both-
you stop the Eagles.
It's gonna
right
be a
now.
good game, but I got the Jaguars.
I never thought that I would be saying the Jaguars are a good team this year.
They're sneaky good too.
They are.
They're
that's
good.
that's a good game.
They're like
Brand
last
new.
year's Bengals. Is this year Jaguars? Trevor Lawrence finally has a real coach.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you see Fox Sports made it like when they go to their college game, or whatever, you can't have urban signs in the crowd. They banned any kind of urban signs.
Yeah, beating players. And we got Bills or Ravens. I got Ravens with my boy Lamar.
This should be a fun game.
And in the Bills, 2 straight losses.
At the Ravens, so we don't have to worry about the weather at Buffalo.
I got the Ravens winning easily.
I got Bills.
I think Bills bounce back. Bills will be there.
Lamar's going off again this week.
I gotta go Ravens.
Yes, sir.
As long as Lamar doesn't get his paycheck, he's gonna be playing out of his mind.
He will be even when he
But
gets
the
a
Ravens'
paycheck.
defense is not good.
Bills, trash.
Hoping for a high scoring game.
Yeah, it's gonna be a high
That'll
scoring game.
Yeah, 50 to 51.
Yeah. Then I got Cardinals, Panthers. I got Cardinals. Baker Mayfield looks trash.
I go Cardinals.
That is not a game I care about.
Yeah, I don't really care about that game either, but I got Cardinals winning it pretty easily.
I'm gonna go.
I mean, not easily. Cardinals are always in close games, but I'll say they win.
I'm gonna go Panthers. Just cause
Take the Cardinals.
I don't really have a reason for that.
Broncos, Raiders. I think the Raiders get their first win.
I'm going Broncos.
I'm gonna go Raiders.
I'd take the Raiders at home.
Yeah, Raiders need to get their first win of the year. Then we got Packers, Patriots. I got Packers all day.
I'll go Packers.
I'm going Packers just because the Patriots don't have a quarterback.
Packers.
Even if
with
they
no
did, the
quarterback.
Packers have the best quarterback in the league. So
Yeah, well, the Patriots got Bill Belichick.
Bill Belichick was made by Tom Brady. Now we got Chiefs, Bucks. We got Patrick Mahomes, Tom Brady's dad. I got Patrick.
I got Chiefs.
Chiefs by
I feel
7.
I feel like you can't see the Buccaneers 2-2.
Well, you're
as their
about to.
record.
I'm
I
about
think
to.
I'd take the Bucks on that.
I'm gonna go Bucks.
You can't see the Chiefs 2-2, bro.
I could see the Chiefs 2-2 more than I could see the Bucks 2-2.
I could see them both being 2-2, but I got the Chiefs on it. Then we got the Monday night game, Rams 49ers. I think that's
49ers look
that's
terrible last
I think
week.
that's looking like an easy game for the Rams right now.
Should be.
Yeah.
I got the Rams.
I feel like the 49ers are gonna bounce back, so I'm gonna go 49ers.
They might bounce back, but they're not beating the Rams.
I mean, I'm still gonna go 49ers. Just
Oh,
keep it interesting.
All right, now that we got done with the game pick, should we do some projections for fantasy this week?
Let's do it.
All right.
QB1.
QB1 last week was Lamar, which I told you would happen. This week, QB1, got to go out on a limb. We're going Lamar again.
I'm gonna go Josh Allen.
I'm going to go Patrick Mahomes.
What?
Versus the Bucks defense. That's tough.
That's tough.
I got Patrick Mahomes throwing negative yards, 3 picks.
I'm going to go Lamar because
But they
he's my
still win.
quarterback in both leagues.
Yeah,
So,
Lamar.
Lamar.
I'm going Lamar 3 weeks of another absolute stud game this week.
RB1 last week was, everyone guessed it, Khalil Herbert.
Backup running back for the Bears.
I mean, he stepped up.
I mean, but he's not even looking to start this week. David Montgomery's looking like he's going to be playing him still. But I mean, running back 1 this week.
I'm going Nick Chubb.
I'm just going JT. I think Jonathan Taylor.
I really don't know who to do here. I'm
Think-
going to go. I think I even picked the Bears to win this game, but I'm going to go Saquon Barkley against the Bears.
Oh, yeah, Saquon could go off that game.
Oofda.
Who you got, Shu?
I don't have an opinion on this.
All right.
Wide receiver last week was Devontae Smith. Again, everyone picked him.
I got Jamar Chase this week. Thursday night game. It's going to be a high-scoring game. Bengals and the Dolphins. I got Jamar Chase.
Going Cooper Cup.
I'm going to go Diggs.
Diggs.
Yeah, against the Ravens.
He was one of them that was like sick from being too hot. He looked
really?
like dog after a while. He did not look good.
Hopefully that ain't the case.
Yeah. He'll bounce back this week. Then tight end 1, I'm going with Mark Andrews again.
I'm going Mark Andrews.
Mark Andrews catching them passes from Lamar. We going Mark Andrews.
Just to be different. I think it'll be Mark Andrews, but I'm just going to go Kelsey. Just to be different.
Way to be different. Good job.
The tough one.
Who you got, Schumann?
Don't care.
All right.
All right, I think that's all we got
Yep.
right now. Alrighty. If that's it, then that's the episode. We'll see you guys next time.
See you.
Awesome. Thanks for having me, guys.
Yep, thanks,
Sir.
Schuman.
Thank you, Shu.